In this lecture, we will briefly understand what are the different ways of referencing a document from another document and its advantages and disadvantages. So we have learned that in MongoDB, we can establish relation between two data entities using embedded document approach and referencing approach. Now we can also classify referencing into three different types. We can classify it as child referencing, we can classify it as parent referencing, and two-way referencing. So in this lecture, we are going to learn about these three different types of referencing and what advantage do we get when we use one over the other. So let's start with child referencing. In a child referencing, parent document stores the reference ID of the child documents. So here let's assume that the product document is the parent document and the refuse documents are the child documents. So here we have a product document. This we are considering as parent document. And here we have three review documents. And this we are considering as child documents. So here the parent document is referencing its child documents by storing the document ID of the child documents. So in the parent document, we are storing the document ID of the child documents. And that's why it is called as child referencing. Because here we are referencing the child documents from parent document. Now, the problem with the child referencing is in the parent document, in this case, in this product document, we have an array of reviews. And in this array, we are storing the ID of the review documents. Now here, this array of ID can become very large over a period of time. And this is an anti-pattern in MongoDB. Always remember that one of the most important principles of MongoDB data modeling is that an array should never be allowed to grow indefinitely, no matter whether you are using embedded document approach or reference approach. So for this given product, every time a customer gives a new review, a review document will be created for that, and the ID of that review document, we will have to store it in this reviews array. And in that way, this array will grow in size over a period of time. Another problem when we have child referencing is, in case of child referencing, the parent and child document are very tightly coupled. For example, whenever a customer gives a new review for the product, first of all, it is going to create a review document. And then it is also going to update this product document. And in the array, it is going to add that review ID. So every time a new review is given for a product, this product document will also change. And in this way, this product document and this review documents are tightly coupled with each other. And let's say a customer wants to get the details of the product. So whenever he is going to fetch this document, whenever he is going to read this document from the application, in the result, along with the product details like name, price, and brand, the end user is also going to get this list of review IDs in the result, which will not make any sense to the end user. And that's why child referencing should be used when we know in advance that the child document will not grow too much in the number. So we can use this approach, this child referencing approach, when we have one to few relationship. But if we have one to many relationship, we might want to avoid child referencing. So what is the solution in that case? In that case, we can use parent referencing. So the parent referencing actually works in the other way around. In parent referencing, the child document stores a reference ID of its parent document. So again, we have a product document and we have three review documents. Now, instead of storing the reference of review documents in the product document, what we are doing is in each review document, we are storing the reference of the product document for which that review was given. So here we have the product details. Let's say the product is iPhone 15. And for this product, we have these three reviews. Now, here the review is storing the ID of the product for which the review was given. So here the child document is storing a reference to its parent document. Here the child document is the review document and the parent document is the product document. So the child document is storing the reference to the parent document, and this is called as parent referencing. From the child document, we are referencing the parent document. And the advantage of this type of referencing is, in this type of referencing, child always knows its parent, but the parent document knows nothing about the children documents. For example, this product, for this iPhone 15, this product does not know what reviews has been given for this product. This product document does not have any idea of the review documents because there is nothing connecting this product document to the review documents. But in the review document, we have a reference to the product document. So the child document knows what is their parent document. So there is a reference from child document to parent document. Now let's look at the advantage here. The advantage is, the first of all, parent document does not know about the child document. So no matter how many reviews will be given to this product, the size of this product is not going to change because of those reviews. And also in the child document, in the review document, we are only going to store a single ID, the ID of the parent document, because this review will be given only for a single product. Same review cannot be given to multiple products. Okay, so this review document is also going to store a single product ID. It is not going to store an array of product IDs. Then the parent document and the child document, they are loosely coupled. Whenever a new review will be given for this product, it will be added in the reviews collection, but it is not going to update the product document. So in that way, the child and parent documents are loosely coupled. And also, when the end user will request for the product details, he's only going to get the product details and he's not going to get any other information which will not make sense to him. Okay, so this is what parent referencing is. So now we know what is child referencing and what is parent referencing. In child referencing, from the parent document, we reference to child documents. And in the parent referencing, from the child documents, we reference to parent document. Now, we should use parent referencing when the child document can grow indefinitely in size. So this approach is suitable for one-to-many or one-to-too-many relationship. And we should be using this referencing approach whenever the child document can grow indefinitely in size. Apart from these two types of referencing, we also have two-way referencing. So let's now talk about this type of referencing. Now we have already seen two-way referencing before when we talked about many-to-many relationship. So whenever you have many-to-many relationship, there you will always have two-way referencing. Now what do we mean by two-way referencing? In two-way referencing, parent document stores the reference to its child documents, and child documents also stores the reference to its parent documents. For example, here we have movie documents, and in the right hand side we have actor documents. If you see in the movie document, we are storing the reference of actor documents. Okay, so let's take an example of this movie. So for this movie, we have three actors, and here instead of storing the actor details, we are storing a reference to the actor documents. So in the parent document, we have a reference to its child documents. Same is true for other movie documents as well. Then in the child documents also, we have a reference to parent documents, to movie documents. So for example, if we take this example, the actor document for Scarlett Johansson, there we can see that we are storing the reference IDs of the movie documents in which she has worked. So here we are storing the reference ID of these three movies in which this actor has worked. So basically in two-way referencing, in the parent document, we will have reference to its child documents, and in the child document, we will have reference to its parent documents. And this is called as two-way referencing. So same is true for other actor documents also. In other actor documents also, we have stored a reference to movie documents. Okay, so this type of referencing occurs only when we have many-to-many relationship between the data entity. And when we use two-way referencing, it makes it easier to search each document independently. For example, we can search movie and actor documents separately while also making it easier to find actors associated with the movie and the movies associated to each actor. Alright, so this was all about types of referencing. So now we know what is a relation between two data entities, what are the different types of relation between the data, how to implement relation between the data in MongoDB, and we also know the different types of references and when to choose one over the other. So last few lectures have been completely theoretical. So in the next lecture, let's do some practical example of what we have learned about data and relationships so far. This is all from this lecture. See you in the next lecture.